Hey everybody, Jose here with Battle Rope ST, and I just want to welcome you to the Battle Rope ST family. And in this video, we're going to go over the fundamentals and the method of how to use your Battle Rope ST system, and also we're going to go over some do's and don'ts. So I'm going to get right into the mechanics of the basic fundamentals of the basic Battle Rope wave movements and how to achieve those movements. For starters, I want to make sure, what you want to make sure is that you start off when you have rope on the ground as a reference point. And remember, Battle Rope movements, Battle Rope ST movements are more fluid and compact. So if you have used traditional battle ropes prior to using Battle Rope ST, you need to understand that the method for achieving movement quality is going to be different because your rope is 10 feet long. So it's really important to understand this is a different method of doing Battle Rope wave movements. I'm going to start off in the universal athletic position, which is like a quarter squat. My core is drawn in, my chest is up, shoulders are back, my hands are in front of my hips. And I'm going to start off, the primary hinge point is going to be the elbow. And I also want to address the mechanics for the wrist. We want to have a fluid wrist while we're doing our movements. We don't want to lock our wrists. And the way that we achieve that is by using a semi-tight grip. And so our movements should be fluid from the elbow through the wrist, and it should look like this. So as you can see, I'm keeping my wrist in a fluid movement. So I want to go over some don'ts right now. That's the basic movement for the basic Battle Rope wave movement. I'll show you again real quick. I start off with my hands in front of my hips. Nice fluid wave movements just like this. Again, proper mechanics. I'm keeping that wrist. I'm letting that wrist just flow. The way I'm achieving that is the semi-tight grip. What you don't want to do is, you don't want to start off with tension on the rope. If my rope is not on the ground, there's no way that I'm going to be able to achieve any type of movement quality if I'm too far away from my anchor. So your reference point for starting is always making sure you have rope, your ropes are on the ground. The other thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to never lean back into your ropes while you're trying to do Battle Rope wave movements either. As you can see, it's impossible to achieve any type of movement quality from this type of position. So again, back to the reference point, the rope is on the ground, I have slack on the rope, now I can achieve my waves. I'm also not coming up really high. I'm keeping my movements fluid and compact, so you don't want to do this either. Here's another don't. You don't want to come up high like this because, again, no possibility for achieving movement quality. So those are your don'ts, and this is the do's right here. Fluid movements. So I'm going to move from there. I'm going to progress into that same mechanics. Now I'm just going to simply add a squat to it. And again, when I'm squatting, I'm using my legs to squat. I'm not leaning back in the rope and squatting, okay? So you don't want to do that. So I get my movement going first, fluid movements, keeping my wrist fluid, semi-tight grip. So there's just the basic movement and the method for doing the squat oscillation. From there, I'm going to move into the jump rope, Battle Rope wave jump rope. So now, starting off from a slightly different starting point, I'm starting with the rope on my sides. My grip is in a neutral position, which means my palms are facing my body. And my feet mechanics, my lower body mechanics are going to be the same as if I was just jumping a rope. And now I'm going to just add some waves to it. Just like this. So that's the basic jump rope movement. Before I move on, I actually want to point out another don't that you don't want to do also, is you don't want to be too close to your anchor either. If I'm too close to my anchor, look what happens, the same thing. So you have to adjust yourself accordingly and reposition yourself. If you find yourself drifting too close and you see that you're losing the quality in your waves, then you need to readjust yourself. So that's just another don't also. So just to real quick show you again, the jump rope, just like this. Again, I'm using a semi-tight grip, and I'm allowing my wrist to flow. So that's the jump rope. So from there, we're going to move into, I'm going to show you two modifications for a high knees And we're going to start it off with walking in place. Then we're going to progress into like a jog. And then we'll progress into a high knee. So if you're a beginner, if you have some knee issues, you could start off marching just like this. My hand mechanics and position is the same start position as doing jump ropes. And I'm starting off with a march, getting some nice waves. Now if I want to turn it into a little jog, there's a little jog. And now if I want to really turn it up, bring those knees up high just like that. So those are the basic battle rope wave movements. That's the fundamentals. That's the method. Always remember, you're trying to achieve fluid wave type movements, and understand because your rope is 10 feet long, your method is going to be different. That's the method and the fundamentals for creating waves. Let me just show you before we end quickly how to get your ropes up onto your anchors. The easiest and quickest way to do this is to grab your ropes right at the bottom of the handles right here, and then simply come around the outside of your anchors, give them a pull, take your handles, bring them together, make sure they're even, give them a quick little pull, and now you're set to do all your strength movements that you're going to be doing in your 30-day Kickstarter workout, just like that. So there you go. That's the fundamentals for Battle Rope ST and the method for achieving movement quality. I'll see you in the 30-day Kickstarter. Bye.